It's taken 3 years to develop, but the government has finally fulfilled its promise, launching a new history curriculum that teaches New Zealand history.
It will set out to include the arrival of Māori, early colonial history and the New Zealand Wars. All staff Kiwi kids weren't being taught in mainstream schools. Māori Affairs correspondent Terina Kōwhai has more.
A welcome like no other. This multicultural school today showcasing waiata, kōrero and the shared histories that they've been studying, bringing the Prime Minister to tears.
Hearing the children speak with such confidence and pride about what they'd learned and the stories and the history that they had learned.
A move that will see the country's history next year made compulsory in every school in Kura up until Year 10.
History no longer is the exclusive domain of the victor, giving our children the opportunity to look at history from a range of perspectives.
In the past, Kiwi kids were more likely to be taught the history of other countries. The new history curriculum will be topics of national importance, such as te tiriti, colonialism in New Zealand and the Pacific, right down to the local Māori history, such as the battles at Ruapikapika and Ōrākau to Māori navigator Kupe. History that Kura Kaupapa have already been teaching now for 30 years.
They have to know about their landmarks, they have to know about the history, the deeds and the misdeeds of their ancestors, because that is what gives them context, that is what gives them relevancy.
There's tragedy and there's struggle and there's people being unfair, but they are all lessons for us. They're lessons for us to become better at being good human beings.
And it's the lessons from our own history that this principle says that kids gravitate towards.
And they talk about being like Kupe, somebody who is adventurous enough to go there, take risks, take chances. And to me that's the greatest thing. They're not going to go and look in Marvel comics for a superhero, because we've got our own superheroes.
A way to grow as a nation and tell all the stories of Aotearoa New Zealand. Terina Kōwhai, News Hub.